What's up everybody, Jeff with Banger Collectibles. Today's video I'm going to go over on how to send the cards out to SGC. SGC is a grading company and they have a special right now. I actually prepped out 11 cards. I put together them right here and going to go ahead and enter them in. I'm assuming you guys have never graded a card before and have never sent out cards to SGC. So in today's video, we're going to go ahead and the step-by-step process on how to do those things. First and foremost, going to make sure that you guys have the proper supplies. If you're like me, I actually like to use Card Saver 1. You're actually going to have to use these to actually protect your cards. Make sure you use a penny sleeve first and then you put them into the Card Saver ones. People also use Ultra Pro, but you can find a link in the description to make sure you have the proper supplies to send out your cards to grading. Anyways, guys, this is my first submission of 2025. Super excited that they have this modern football grading special along with this 1970 1980 special. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and do is make sure you guys pick out those cards. You run your numbers. I have 11 cards picked out right here. First and foremost, I go over all the cards 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Make sure you count and make sure you have the right amount when you enter them in. Well, let's go ahead and get logged in. If you guys haven't created an account with SGC, it's pretty simple, but you're going to go to SGC.com is the website that you're going to use. I'm going to go ahead and log into my account, the premium service, that's what they call it. But anyways, we're going to start a new submission. You can check your orders right there, start a new submission there, but they have a button right there. You're going to go ahead and select that. And they have, of course, the different options. You have TCG, which is for Pokemon cards. Trading card games is what TCG stands for. You got modern football, 2010 to present. And then we have the 1970s and 1980s sports and non-sports special. We're gonna go ahead and select that one because that's the cards that we have prepped. So all these cards are within the range of the dates of 1970 all the way up to 1989. But first step is to log in, and then you're gonna go ahead and select the special that you want. We selected that one. It's 12 bucks a card. We're gonna go ahead and add each card individually. As you can see there, 5 to 10 day business day turnaround time. A business day is Monday through Friday, excludes weekends. If there's a holiday like Martin Luther King that just happened, that actually excludes itself from the business day qualifier. So 5 to 10 business days are super fast. Really like SGC because of the turnaround times. And now that I've moved to Florida, they're actually within the state. So they've been getting back the cards really, really quickly. So let's go ahead and add them in. First and foremost, we got the Deion Sanders. That's right, Deion in a baseball uniform, a Yankee picture there. We go ahead and enter in the Deion 1989 Deion Sanders. So we're gonna go ahead and just follow what it says. It says start with the player name and a card number. So we're gonna go ahead and just follow what it says. Deion Sanders, player name. Look at that, best #1, and it already pre-populated, and that's the Albany Yankees. Is that the one? Nope. Look on the back, it's the 110T, so you can kind of go down and take a look and see if it's already found yours. If it hasn't, you can just go ahead and put in those extra piece of information. It pretty much identifies right off the rip what it's going to be. They have the Topps Traded Tiffany version, and they have the 1989 Topps Traded Deion Sanders. I have just the regular ones. I actually have 1, 2, and 3 of the Topps Traded Deion Sanders cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and send those out. Really exclusive, not exclusive, really cool card. Obviously he's well known for his football skills, but here we have it in a baseball card. We're gonna go ahead and select that, Deion Sanders. And as you can go ahead and put the entered declared value. I assume that every card's coming back at 10. It's more so for insurance purposes. So what you can do is actually just go ahead and run your numbers and then figure out what each individual card is actually worth. So if it ends up getting misplaced or damaged or it doesn't come back to you, you can file an insurance claim and then you can get that insurance money for the replacement of the card sale that you would have actually got. But go ahead and say what we're going to do. Encapsulate if altered, declared value required. We're gonna go ahead and put 50 bucks. That's what it's worth. So we'll go ahead and put 50. One thing I guess they don't have is actual quantity on there. So go ahead and add it again. There's got 1, 2, and then you just click it again, and there's your third one. You just enter the value. So now you just go back up, and then you would just replace that. So you got 1, 2, 3, Dion, Dion, Dion. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next up, Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando Valenzuela, 1987. Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando Valenzuela. Valenzuela, and that's card number 604. Where are you? All-Star, there it is. Go ahead and put 35 bucks for that one, and then we move on to the next one. So we got our fourth card added right there, the Fernando Valenzuela. Now let's go up to Pete Rose. Yes, sir, Pete Rose. These are all cards that I've actually pulled over my lifetime, which is actually pretty cool to say. I didn't purchase any of these cards. These are all pulled from my childhood years, and it had a cool special. So I'm like, you know what? Send some of these bad boys out. Super, super cool. All right, here we go. We got the Pete Rose. What year is this one? 1987 Topps Pete Rose. Pete Rose, 1987, card number 200. So the card numbers are actually on the back as well. And as long as you have the date, the card number, SGC does a pretty good job of pre-populating what is in there. So again, just put a random, not a random number, but kind of get as close as what those comps are going for. But we're done. Boom. We move on to the next one. Now we got my guy. I'm a Colts fan. There he is, Johnny Unitas. The Johnny Unitas. Maybe it hasn't been graded. All right, that's interesting. So then you would go ahead and just fill out the remaining information there, and then they would take care of it from their end. So 1973, John Unitas, 455. And click here to add the card. So if it doesn't actually in there and doesn't pre-populate, this means that they haven't recognized it in their system. And if they do, they'll make the back end a necessary adjustment. What we can do is always, so there's a 7, there's an 8, boom, boom, boom. This is obviously SGC, but you just kind of get an idea as well for insurance purposes. So you can see a 7 does 27 bucks, an 8 does 76 bucks, and PSA a 6 does 31 bucks. So for this card, if we get at least a 6, we should be able to make a few bucks on that. Obviously, you want to get a little bit better than a 6. This one actually looks really well centered, so I don't expect less than an 8 on that one. It'll be a tougher grade, but at the end of the day, that's why you do this. You grade the card to make sure you make money. So ran the numbers. It's beautiful. We'll just go ahead and put 100 bucks right there. Bang, bang. And we all good. And then you move on to the next card. So we got that one done. Move on to Raleigh Fingers. Raleigh Fingers, best stash in the history of MLB baseball. Hands down. He had the little curls like Captain Hook, which I really enjoyed. 1981. So go ahead and put 1981 Raleigh Fingers in right there. And then card 229. And there it is. And this was the Topps version. So again, if you don't really know, just have eBay open, just literally copy and paste it, go over there and figure out what it sells for. So there it is, 80 bucks, 101 bucks. We'll go ahead and just say, looks like 30 bucks for a 9. I don't expect to get anything higher than, this one actually doesn't look too good, honestly. It's probably gonna get a 9 or an 8.5 is my suggestion. So I'm using that card for a PC option just because I love his stash. So it's not for sale anyways. It's worth like 30 bucks though, so we'll go ahead and put it in, $35 for insurance purposes, and we'll keep it moving. Next up, we got Ricky Henderson, baby. That's right, all-time stolen base leader and record holder, 130 in one season. Ricky Henderson, legend. 1981. Go ahead and put 1981 Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson. And it's card 261. And this is the Topps version. Bang, bang. Go ahead and run the numbers. Control C to copy. Control V to paste. PSA 10. That's a banger. It's a $4,000 card if it gets a 10. I don't think it'll get a 10. And this is how you would run the numbers before you would actually grade your cards, right? This is 12 bucks a card, so if it gets an 8, you would get 20 bucks to $35 on the seal. And that's what I expect on this particular card. That's kind of what it looks like it'll get. It's 12 bucks to grade the card. If it gets an 8, it's $20 in sale. You make your $8. Don't get greedy, just keep it moving. That's why you grade a lot of cards. But again, if it gets a 9, that's a $200 card, and then do the math. 200 bucks minus your grading fee to 12 bucks, you make your $180 profit. And then if it's a really, really good day, you'll have that blind bat, and you'll have a guy that gives you a 10. Miraculously, I won't get a 10 on this. It's a $4,000 card. I don't know. That's why you roll the dice, and that's why you grade the cards. But this is Ricky Henderson. Go ahead and add him in. There's the Topps card, Ricky. And let's just go ahead and put it in at 200 bucks. We'll assume it gets a 9. And then keep it moving. So we got Craig Biggio up next, part of the Killer Bees. Actually drafted as a catcher and then actually moved on to become a really good addition to the Astros as a second baseman. So 1989, Craig Biggio. 1989, Craig Biggio. Fleer, card number 353. It's not the glossy, it's the regular. $25. That one will go to the PC as well. I actually played second base growing up until I actually hit puberty. Then I started growing, and then I moved over to third base. So I went literally from like 5'2" to 6'2" real quick. So you know how that gets awkward. 1981. Ozzie Smith, legend. Some of the best hands at shortstop ever. He used to do a backflip. He used to run out to his position and do a backflip before every game. Pretty sweet. That's why they called him the Wizard. This one's in really poor condition. I expect nothing less than more than a 5 on that one, but that's okay. It's okay. And my favorite player of all time, the kid, the sweetest swing in baseball history, Ken Griffey Jr. That's right, the 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card, card number 1. That's about $2,500. That's right, $2,500, baby. That is correct. You heard me correctly. $2,500 if you can get the 10 on this bad boy. So really hoping, this one's really well centered too, so I don't expect anything less than the good old 10. All right, guys, now that we got all the cards entered, we have all 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As you can see now, Ken Griffey Jr. is on top. What I like to do now is just count them back down. You'll see in a second what I mean, but I'll put them in the correct order so that you know when the not you, but when the grader knows what card is where and what order, etc., etc. So 5 to 10 turnaround, 132 bucks. You got 11 cards. Make sure you just double check your homework. The total value is going to be $2,635. So my grading fee is $132. So in a perfect world, we'll make a couple $1,000s on this order here. Don't look at my address; that'll be blocked out. And then I do USPS priority mail. So you actually purchase the $30. That's for you to get the cards back from SGC. You still have to actually ship the cards out. So don't get confused. This is your payment for them to send the cards back after they grade them. So I like USPS. You can also choose FedEx or yeah, so use that, click that. If you want to use them, you can, but I don't, and I just click next. Boom, boom. Now you got your list. We're on step 6 now. Review your submission. So this is the time where I would take my cards. As you can see, Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be card number 11 on the bottom. So we'll go ahead and put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now Dion's back up top. So 1, 2, 3 Dion's, then Valenzuela. Go ahead and take the time just so you don't get dinged. Raleigh Fingers, Ricky Henderson, Craig Biggio, Ozzie Smith, and Ken Griffey Jr. Boom, easy peasy. And here's your 11 cards. Now all we got to do is pay, because they're going to take your money. Finish and pay. I already got one on there, already built, which is awesome. Pay now with the saved card. If you don't have a saved card, you just add it in and put in your information. This is the shipping instructions, guys. We are not done. Now you have to actually put the cards that you just entered into the proper shipping stuff to get it sent out to USPS. So now I got charged, boom, boom, ding, ding, $162 off of my credit card. Now I have to print my invoice. So go ahead and print this, because you're gonna wanna put this inside your actual package. So print the invoice. It has everything that you are submitting, so that when the grader receives it from you in the mail, they're gonna have a easy thing to follow. This is their map, their guide, to make sure that they can complete their job. Go ahead and please print out this invoice and send it along with your cards for grading to the address below. And it has all that information on that paper that you just printed out. So you have the place that you're gonna send it off to, and then you have exactly what's in here. So now you're gonna take those pieces of paper that you just printed out, go ahead and fold them up. Now you got your order number established, you got your cards. I actually go ahead and just reuse the box from the previous submission that I just used, because it's the perfect size. And we're gonna go ahead and put my cards inside the box. As you can see right there, go ahead and put cardboard around this and painter's tape, and then I'm gonna go ahead and simply put them inside of the box itself. So my order number, my cards that I'm submitting inside the box, and then now I just have to go ahead and weigh it and measure my box and then pay for my shipping out to USPS. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, now that you got the proper size cardboard, guys, actually cut out, you can just put your graded cards right inside in between there with some painter's tape around it. It'll fit right into the box right here, bang, bang. We'll go ahead and just drop it in along with your actual submission. And then you can go ahead and put this around and slap the actual label on this particular package. Let's go ahead and do that. So go ahead to pirateship.com. That's what I use. If you guys didn't know, they're pretty popular. It's free to sign up and join. Go ahead and log in. It's basically a third-party shipping provider where you can actually just pay for your stuff at home. I also have a link in my description for my label printer as well. If you guys have any questions, any comments, just let me know. My name is Jeff with Banger Collectibles. Hope you guys learned something. Hopefully I get some 10s. Hopefully you guys do too. If you guys have anything else you want to add, just let me know. But that's it, guys. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. If you guys didn't know, I have a Banger Collectible is throwing another card show. That's right, the Ultimate Banger Card Show is happening February 1st and 2nd in Longwood, Florida. All the details are right here. Love to see you there. Got my label. Go ahead and slap it on here, and we're all good to go. Thanks, guys.